You know, most cities are kind of a mess, right? They just happen. A chaotic mix of history, luck, and chance. But what if a city wasn't left to chance at all? Today we're looking at Marsden Point, a metropolis engineered from the ground up for one single purpose: success.
I mean, really think about that for a second. What if a city could be perfectly engineered? Imagine every single road, every building, every industry, all of it working together in harmony as part of one giant, coherent master plan. Okay, so here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll start with the whole concept of an engineered city. Then, we'll dive into the core philosophy, the big idea behind it. From there, we'll explore its three foundational pillars: the economy, the infrastructure, and its livability. And then, we'll tie it all together in what we're calling the planner's playbook.
So first up, the engineered city. See, Marsden Point isn't just a place on a map. You have to think of it more like a designed ecosystem, where everything you see is the calculated result of a very specific blueprint.
So, if there's a blueprint, what's the big idea driving it? Well, it all comes down to this one really powerful concept that guides every single decision: the symbiosis of movement and place.
And this is the secret sauce right here. Transport affects land use. Land use affects transport. It sounds simple, but it's a profoundly important idea. It means you never just build a train line and hope for the best. You plan the community around the train line. And you never zone a new neighborhood without thinking from day one about exactly how people are going to get around.
And here you can see what that actually looks like in the real world. On the left, you've got this dense, vertical urban core. The only reason those skyscrapers can exist is because of a super robust tram and metro system moving people around underneath. Then on the right, you have these quieter, human-scale suburbs with bike-friendly streets, all perfectly connected back to that core. It's the philosophy in action.
Now let's get to the first pillar holding this whole thing up: the city's economic engine. And it's designed to be two things: resilient and diversified.
This right here is basically the master recipe. The city's success is built on these three interconnected pillars. A strong economy is fueled by world-class infrastructure, which in turn unlocks the potential of strategic land use. See how that works? Each one depends on the others.
So, Marsden Point's economic strategy. It all hinges on mastering the full supply chain. The goal is to create this self-reinforcing loop where everything is grown, made, sold, and marketed right there, within the city's borders. And the result of that? An incredibly stable economy.
Let me walk you through a perfect example, from a field of grain all the way to a TV commercial. It starts with farming, right? Primary production out in the agricultural belt, Marsden Fields. That grain is then sent to mills located right nearby for maximum efficiency. From there, finished goods hit local shops. And finally, the city's corporate headquarters and marketing firms create the ads to sell the products. The entire cycle, from start to finish, is self-contained.
And hey, it's not just about grain. The economy is strategically balanced. You've got the industrial muscle of manufacturing and logistics, a dense downtown for all the corporate and financial services, a forward-thinking aerospace sector, yep, they actually launch rockets here, and a beautiful waterfront that drives tourism. It's all part of the mix.
Now, a powerful economy needs powerful connections, which brings us to Pillar 2, the arteries of commerce. We're talking about a world-class, multimodal infrastructure system designed to move people and goods with insane efficiency.
And this isn't just a random collection of ways to get around. It's a truly integrated ecosystem. From the big regional rail line and a downtown metro to bike lanes everywhere, and even a ferry system, every single piece is designed to work together as one seamless network. The backbone of it all is high-capacity mass transit. The Trans-Marsden Rail connects all those sprawling suburbs to the city center, which is a fantastic alternative to sitting in traffic. And once you're downtown, the lifeblood of the city is a 24/7 tram and underground metro system that just makes getting around the dense parts effortless. But the planners here were really smart. They knew that the most important part of any trip is often that first and last mile. And that's why you see these protected bike lanes everywhere, and a comprehensive ferry system that connects communities across the bay, truly weaving the waterfront into the city's daily life and economy. Okay, so this world-class transit system is what makes our third and final pillar possible: the blueprint for livability. This is all about how you use strategic land use and intentional zoning to create not just a functional city, but a genuinely great place to live. Just by looking at this map, you can see the logic. The city is clearly organized into distinct, purpose-driven zones. Everything has its place, from the dense urban core and self-sufficient satellite towns to the industrial belts that power the whole economy.
So let's break down what that actually means for the people living there. You've got the urban core, the economic heart, with its high-rises and non-stop transit. For a totally different vibe, there are these master-planned satellite towns with single-family homes. The waterfront serves as a city's playground, a hub for leisure and tourism. And of course, the industrial belts are the productive engine. Each zone has a distinct purpose and a distinct lifestyle.
And here's the kicker. This isn't just about making residents happy. In today's economy, quality of life is a direct competitive advantage. By creating an amazing place to live, Marsden Point becomes a magnet for the kind of premier talent that every major business is fighting for.
Okay, let's tie this all together into what we can call the planner's playbook, the key principles that turn this incredible blueprint into real-world prosperity.
When you really boil it all down, the playbook shows that economic growth and a great place to live aren't two separate goals. They're actually two sides of the same coin, and they're fundamentally linked by that core philosophy of integrated planning for transport, land use, and most importantly, people.
So the 4 big keys to success that come out of this whole model are pretty clear. First, you get a de-risked environment for investment because growth is planned and predictable. Second, you get a thriving, future-proof economy because it's so diverse. Third, you get unparalleled connectivity and access. And fourth, the city itself becomes a magnet for the best and brightest talent.
And that is the blueprint for Marsden Point. It's a really compelling vision of a city that's been truly engineered for success. Which of course leaves us with one final big thought to consider. What's the master plan for your city?